Here we go. It's my goal. We're live. It's Wednesday night. It's 8:30, and it's me, Mike, and him, Robbie Fowler. Ready for. Some people will think we plan these sort of things, but we don't. Tilly just comes up with these whilst we're away for the intro bit, and suddenly I return, and he's there with he's clowning around. But we are live to an audience of many. So it is Wednesday night. It's the Pompey pod, and it's a good Pompey pod tonight. We're going to talk about two games that in the last 7 days, and Cheltenham and Bolton last night. If you want to get involved, feel free to drop some comments into the chat. But we're going to start first and foremost. Can you hear that?
The mewing, yes, I can hear the mewing.
Yeah, there's cats trying to get into this room. Jesus Christ. So professional, such a professional job. But we are going to start with the Cheltenham game first and foremost. What's going on with the Grimsby score then, fellas? Please tell. I haven't seen any football from tonight. What's going on?
It's 1-0 Grimsby. 1-0 Grimsby. 1-0 Grimsby at half time.
2-0. 2-0. Oh, they're playing the Sutton. The Sutton.
Yeah. Blimey.
I didn't know that. I couldn't give. I knew they were playing tonight. I didn't know who they were playing against. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it?
Hardly any goals anywhere else. It's quite poo, but
that's a real shame.
Well
done, Grims. Well done, the Grims. So anyway, let's talk first and foremost about let's talk about Cheltenham. Cheltenham. Well, we've had a week of 2 home games, 7 goals scored, 1 conceded. Let's talk first and foremost about Cheltenham at home on Saturday. What were your thoughts, Dan?
It's all right.
Did you enjoy?
Yeah. What
performance of the season so far? Would you say before obviously last night?
Sorry, what performance of the
season?
Yeah, it's the best we've been in a long time. Cheltenham were poor, weren't they? But
Cheltenham were dog.
Let's not be too negative. We said 3-0. We said it was going to be a comfortable 3-0, didn't we?
And it would have been had it not been for that pesky Thompson right at the end.
Yeah, but very nice to score 3 early goals for a change, rather than huffing and puffing and not doing anything. But yeah, it was good, wasn't it? Good. It was nice, comfortable win, which we haven't had for a long time.
You said from the off, as the teams were announced, that you liked the fact that it was a nice attacking lineup. We looked very positive on the front foot, as they tend to say in football management speak. And we were from the off, weren't we?
Yeah. Yes, very much so. Yeah, very attacking lineup. That's why, well, I don't want to go straight into the Bolton game, but that's why I was a bit surprised that he kept with the same lineup. I thought he might have gone slightly more defensively, but very good.
It was very good. Very good. And 4 different scorers, and it was nice that we didn't rely on Bishop getting the goals, because obviously he did have a couple of off games. Let's talk about Bishop very, very briefly, shall we? So he did miss. In that game, I'd say he missed a hat-trick of good chances. A couple of them
following on from the one he missed at the end of
following on, was it Lincoln before?
Lincoln game, yeah.
Yeah, which again was a fairly, well, you'd expect him to put it in, wouldn't you?
Yes.
But so what did you think of his chances that came his way and were there then missed against the Cheltenham?
Do you know what? I can't remember. I remember him missing them. What were they? What were they again?
Well, the first one was fairly similar. He was one-on-one with the keeper, wasn't he? He was one-on-one and kind of hit it. The keeper made the save, but I think he just couldn't get it out of his feet. He played through. He couldn't get it out of his feet. His second touch wasn't great, and kind of gave the keeper the chance to save it. I think had he got the ball out of his feet with the second touch, he probably would have at least tested the keeper a bit stronger. Stronger? Is that the right word? I don't know. The second one, I'm forgetting, but the third one now is when they had the 3-on-1. Dale ran into an offside position, so he had to play in Bishop, who probably wasn't in the better of the 2 positions of the 2 going forward, and he cut back inside pretty well, but then obviously fluffed his arms.
That was definitely Dale's fault.
Yeah,
he should never have been.
Jacobs, Dale, and Bishop, was it?
Those 3? I think so. Yeah. Yeah, possibly. But yeah, Darrell should never have been going into an offside position there. When you're 3 against 1, you just look along the line, mate. It's quite simple.
Yeah, it's not difficult, is it? Not difficult. I can't remember. Did you know what, off the top of my head? I can't remember the second Bishop miss, but I do remember it being one you think, oh, come on.
Yeah.
But what I've realised, my theory is that he isn't great on one of those in those situations whereby you have to think about what you're doing. I think he's more of a reactive striker, and in the box sort of poacher sort of striker. Again, you look at his goal last night, which we'll come on to in a bit, but again, very much a reactive. Ball comes in, he reacts, and actually, obviously, a great finish, wasn't it, last night? Yeah, but the previous ones are more where he's been played in, got a little bit of time to think about it, kind of doesn't get his feet sorted out, or puts it over the top. I think that was his other miss, wasn't it? He put it over the top, if I remember rightly. Put it into the Milton end.
What I should have done is just done a little bit of a recap before.
Bit of a recce.
Yeah, before coming online, but
anyway. Never mind.
Yeah.
Man of the match. Any negatives from the Cheltenham game, other than the fact that Cheltenham were really poor, weren't they? There's no getting away from that. Any negatives within the team? Do you think?
Negatives?
From the Cheltenham game?
No, I don't think so. I think it was comfortable, wasn't it? And like you say, 4 different scorers. I suppose you could say the only negative is that we didn't score more goals after the first half hour until the last minute.
Could have been more, couldn't it?
When you're 3-0 up, you're quite happy to not score, aren't you? You'll be quite happy with the 3-0 win.
Quite a professional performance in the end, and then obviously Thompson just hammered one towards the end.
Yep,
got a bit of a knuckle on it, and the keeper, in my opinion, had a little bit of a mare. It was very central, wasn't
it? Yeah. I think he should have got that, shouldn't he?
Keeper should have done better with that.
Would you say Jacobs man of the match?
Yeah, I think so. I liked him in that number 10 role. I know I've given him some stick this season because not so much for who he is, but the type of player he is. Obviously, he gets injured a lot, but I've never thought he's really a wide player. He doesn't have the pace for it. Whereas I think that number 10 role suits him very well. He's an intelligent player. He's clearly quite creative, and he can pick a pass. And so therefore I think it suits him very well. But yeah, I would say man of the match. But didn't you think as well, all round performances were up across the pitch? I thought Curtis put in a good shift. I thought
I don't think anyone had a bad game.
No one had a bad game. Again, I thought Dale was frustrating against Cheltenham. He slowed things down too often for my liking, but obviously he did have that one shot towards the end, which was decent.
And the little run in the first half. When you skin.
Oh yes. It takes on a few players too many. And as Finner says there, Bishop's little flick around the corner for Jacobs' goal was very nice.
Yeah,
very nice indeed. I don't think Bishop had a bad game. I know you could look at it and say he missed three good chances, but I think he had actually a decent game.
He's there, isn't he? He's there. Overall. He's getting the chance. He's
always there.
He's getting the chance.
Yes. You'd be more worried if he wasn't in and around getting the chances, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If he was having a barren spell. All right, let's move on to Bolton.
Oh, yeah.
Let's move on to Bolton. It was a good one. It was a good one all round, I thought. I thought Bolton started first couple of minutes very strongly, but it was quite a scrappy sort of first half. But I quite enjoyed the first half, even though it was scrappy. It was
good first half.
Because it was like a proper game of football, wasn't it? Both teams going for it. Quite a lot of strong challenges.
Yeah.
One thing I would say about the Cheltenham game, by the way, I would say it's the best referee we've had in a long, long time. I thought he was decent.
Yes, especially after watching the Bolton game again last night. When,
yeah, exactly. Unlike the referee last night.
Half, that ref, he just thought,
he was terrible, wasn't he?
Weird decisions again.
He really was poor. Yeah, he really was poor. I thought he was, when he started off and he booked that Bolton defender quite early, I thought, okay, well, here we go. He's not going to take any SH1T, but he then probably should have booked him. Actually, no, tell a lie. Before that booking, there was a situation with Bishop and I can't remember his name. What was his name? Santos, was it?
Santos,
the centre back. And both of them were kind of holding each other. They both fell over, and the referee gave a free kick to Bolton for some reason. It's like, just there's nothing there, is there? They're both, if anything, they're both found each other. So just let the game play on. It's not as if it's in the penalty area. It's not as if it's on the edge of the penalty area. It's kind of in on the edge of the final third. There was nothing dangerous about it from a Pompey attack or a Bolton defensive point of view. So just play on. You don't have to always give something because people fall on the floor, do you?
I think I think Bishop doesn't help himself because every challenge that he goes up for, he's looking for something, and he's looking for a free kick. He very rarely goes up to flick the ball on. I mean, I noticed that a few times last night. I did find it a bit frustrating. There was one sort of towards the end of the game, I think it was, and it was sort of going out for a goal kick, but he could have kept it in, but instead he did that. I'm going to look at the back in, and it ended up just going out of play. And I don't think he helps himself with the referees because he's constantly debating every single challenge, isn't he? So you can probably understand why the referee goes no.
Yeah,
the other way. Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah. Speaking of being chirpy, that Ian Everett, Ian Everett, I think it was their manager.
He
didn't stop, did he?
No.
Didn't stop.
Yeah.
What a bell end.
Yeah.
I know. Fair enough. I appreciate a bit of passion, but just every single decision he was moaning at, wasn't he? Every single thing. He was like. I was going to say.
I think that obviously rubs off on their players because when that one that Rod Trotter got booked in the first half, that Bradley, is it Bradley?
Yeah.
On the,
Oh Christ! Yeah. What was that?
When he just slid in and took out. Who did he take out? Was it?
It was Dale, wasn't it? Was it? No, Ogilvy. Yeah. It was Ogilvy.
Took him out, blatant yellow card, and he's going, "What?
Yeah.
What?
Well, I thought for a second when he was giving that face, I thought, "What? He's not a borderline red, is it? I don't think it looked that bad."
Yeah.
By the look on his face, he looked as if it was going to be a red card or something. But you could expect a yellow for that, haven't you?
Yeah, surely.
That's a nailed on yellow, wasn't it?
But like you say,
I thought it was nice. I thought Dale started really well. Good first 20 minutes from Dale. Got a couple of nice crosses in. I think he went downhill a little bit after his little went round the keeper. Should have scored, didn't. And the rest of the first half went a bit wrong for him there, didn't it?
I think that Dale's the sort of the opposite to Bishop, that he doesn't complain enough. Like when he went down for what possibly could have been a penalty, I'm still not sure about it because I only saw it a couple of times. He just sort of throws his arms up in the air and then that's it. And I think you might do yourself a few more favours if you say to the ref, if you start screaming at the ref, he's just fouled me, that's a penalty, what are you doing? I mean, be a bit like Curtis in that respect, in that you just tell the ref to F off every time you speak to the ref.
Every second.
Yeah. On the subject of Curtis, I actually wrote down why is he so angry all the time?
Permanently.
Yeah, just so angry all the time. So even when we scored, angry celebration. John Hendry, angry.
Some people are just angry people, though, aren't they? They just need to vent that anger. Maybe he's just one of those. I don't know. I've never seen him in any sort of interaction off the pitch. So I don't know if he's like that off the pitch as well, or whether he's just one of these characters that once they get onto the pitch, they're just absolute bell ends.
Yeah. Have you ever seen him smile or enjoy a goal? I don't recall. A bit like Alan Smith, ex-Man United Leeds Alan Smith, not big nose Arsenal Leicester Alan Smith.
Not speech impediment.
Every time he scored, angry celebration.
Oh yeah. I suppose he was. You're right. But going back to, do you know what I liked about last night? Is I thought the first half was a proper game of football.
Yeah,
there wasn't a lot of goal malfunction, but both teams were really at it. Helped by a pretty poor referee, but it did kind of flow quite nicely. But what I really liked is I thought everyone played well. I thought Raggett was actually, after the abuse he's got, not the abuse, but the slatings he's had recently, I thought he was excellent last night.
I thought he was man match.
Yeah, he was. I
thought he was brilliant.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, very, very good. Very good. Obviously, we did go a goal down, and as I imagine most Pompey fans were thinking, Christ, here we go. You know what I mean? Yeah. Early doors, second half, goal down. It was a fairly soft goal as well, wasn't it, from a corner? It was a poorly defended corner. And obviously they score. But I don't think, I thought, and there was a period of about 5 minutes after that where we didn't really seem to do much, did we?
Yeah.
But then after that, I thought we were just excellent. I thought the whole team, excellent. I thought Tunnicliffe and Morrell worked very well in midfield. I thought Jacobs again in that 10 was really good. That said, I did think it changed when they brought on Scarlett and Pigott.
Yeah.
Pigott, pretty much unplayable, you'd say, wouldn't you? Unplayable. That's a little joke from a comment that was made on Twitter today, but yeah, unplayable Pigott when he came on. But yeah, no, he was very good, and I'd say it's one of Dale's most productive games. And all round, very good. Curtis ran his socks off. I thought we were solid at the back, despite the obviously the soft goal we conceded. So all round, great, very good performance. And I've seen people after the game saying, well, yeah, Bolton were rubbish. I don't think Bolton were rubbish. I don't think they played badly. I just think it's one of those situations, isn't it? Cheltenham, you could see, were poor. Cheltenham were a poor team. And we played well, but Cheltenham were really poor. Bolton, I thought we deserved the victory, but we deserved it because we were better than Bolton on the day. I don't think Bolton played particularly badly. They didn't defend the corners particularly well, the free kicks very well. But I thought we were just better than them. I thought we were going for every 50-50.
I thought we matched them the aggression. I thought we completely matched them, and I think that might have been what they thought they could come and do, was sort of bully us. But I thought, like you say, Raggett, I thought was brilliant against that, because that guy, that Charles that scored their goal, he's quite a good player. He's quite handy, isn't he? He's
the other guy, was it Shoreditch? I think his name was. He was quite pacey as well, wasn't he? So I think Shaw saying over, wasn't it? He was quite pacey, and I think we got away with one situation where he miscontrolled it, where he could have been in. But other than that, I thought we looked pretty solid. Raggett won pretty much everything in the air, didn't he? Yeah. No, I thought it was a brilliant all-round performance, and I think that's the first game in a long time where I've watched it on TV and actually gone mental and then scored the second goal. Yeah. Rather than going mental when you're actually
normally
there.
It's just me sitting there just going, oh yeah, he scored, but you're it's in there.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yes, very good. Very good. It was very good. So, as I mentioned last night, I reckon we need 35 points from the remaining 42 available to sneak into the playoffs. I know you're on the fence on this one, Dan, but what do you reckon? Do you reckon we're going to do it?
Yes, it's not going to happen, is it?
Well, I'll tell you what, I've realised one thing from watching kind of YouTubes and things. If you say enough bullshit, some of it eventually comes true. And then what happens is you then use that and go, look at me, I know the game.
See,
I'm going to tell you now, at you out there in Facebook and YouTube land, that Pompey are going up this season via the playoffs. You heard it here first.
Well, on those lines, I've seen a few comments since last night about Mousinho. See, those of you that didn't give him any backing, where are you now? Because he's completely turned the club around. I thought he's been here. He's 7 games, is it? 6 or 7 games.
Yeah, and we've had a run of 3 unbeaten.
Yeah.
So it's not as if we're.
Let's just calm down.
It's not as if we're world beaters at the moment, is it? Even if you look at the form table over the last 6 games, we're still only kind of mid-table. So it's 2 games. We've done well.
I was going to ask you, what do you think about the fact that we've played better the last few games without our talisman in the centre of midfield?
I don't know. It's interesting, isn't it? I don't think as we've discussed, I don't think he's been great in recent weeks when he was playing anyway. I think he had a couple of decent games.
I'm talking about Pack, by the way, not Mingy.
Yes, yeah. Not who?
Not Mingy.
Not Mingy, no. Yeah. I thought you said Wiggly at first. I was thinking, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't know. I think Tunnicliffe's certainly raised his game, hasn't he? I think, again, he's another player who got a lot of stick. Don't know if that's down to new manager coming in, whether he didn't like the last manager, or whether, I tell you, obviously he was a decent player. He's played at a higher level for a long, long time, hasn't he? So he's obviously a decent player. What on the note of the central midfielders? What did you think of? What do you think of little Larry Morel's kick out at the scummer?
Well, yeah, it's funny if it's on your team.
Right in front of the referee.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I thought excellent bit of improvisation.
When he first did it, I thought, oh, he's going to walk now, isn't he? He's
That's
going to walk
yeah.
Because it's just a blatant. Yeah. It was blatantly done, and it was right in front of the referee, and the referee didn't do anything at all. Yeah, again, that's another one. It's at least a yellow, isn't it?
Another one missed. Yeah.
Well, it's probably a yellow. It probably wouldn't have been a red, but it was definitely yellow, wasn't it?
Yeah,
but
it's quite
he's a Larry one, isn't he?
Hmm?
He's a Larry one, isn't he? Little
Morel, yeah, he just sort of flips, doesn't he? He just quite calm for a while, and then just does a filthy tackle. But yeah,
good on him. But anyway, on the subject pack. Well, we clearly haven't missed him, have we? I don't think. But don't know. He's one of those players, isn't he? Again, he's got the quality, but doesn't always show it. Maybe he's just one of those who drops his head quite easily.
And good to see Lowry warming up.
Yes. Shame he didn't get on. But
yeah, just warming up. Yeah.
Good to see him warming up. But yeah, no, I thought maybe when we went 3-1 up, he might get a couple of minutes. But
yeah,
understandable. Had we used all our subs by then? I'm not sure.
No, I don't think so. I think he overdid the warm up though, so he's out for a couple of months now, isn't he?
Bless him. Bless his little cottons. So it's all positive. We are going up. Heard it here first, remember.
I will be getting that tattoo then.
You will be getting that tattoo, yes. Luckily for you. How would you like a little bit of... I thought each week, if we have the time each week, we'd have a little bit of something from the archives. Preferably from Pompey. So I've picked up a little start of the 10 for you. So if I can work out how to share my screen, here's something you might quite like.
You've shared it every other week, haven't you?
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
So he's certainly not going to be around. Harry Anderson's done a groin.
Still got control even when you're not looking.
You kicked out of rear. Huh? What? You tried to kick a goal, you hit me? Got some fucking brains, didn't you?
Sorry, Harry, just a last word then on Wolves. It's a big game, a game at Molineux, big crowd. It's a big match.
Yeah, it's a big match. No wonder he's in the fucking reserves.
Good old Harry. Classic.
Yep. And never played again.
Never played again. Who was it? Mark Birchall, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Allegedly so. So, yes, the run continues. Who have we got this weekend, Dan?
We have got
Cambridge away. Cambridge away. So it'll be return of the Mac from Michael Morrison. There he is.
Oh, no, up against Morrison.
Yeah, could be in trouble because we're looking rusty up top.
Yeah.
But I think 3 points there. We're then away to Barnsley.
Ooh.
And then at home to Sheffield Wednesday.
Oh.
I think, and again, I'm going to call it now.
Yeah.
If we get a maximum, the only thing that not the only thing, apart from the fact it's a massive ask, but another thing that is against us is that out of our 14 games that remain, only 6 are at home. So we'll see. Maybe on that.
How much better is our home form than our away form this season? Because it's hard. It's not exactly a fortress this season, is it?
It's not. We've only lost a couple at home, haven't we?
Yeah, but I suppose we've lost. We've lost quite a few.
We've lost about 6. Six away, I think.
Yeah.
But I would say if we can go into that Wednesday game off the back of 4 straight victories, the old pecker will be up. If we beat Wednesday, then I think at the very least the excitement will start to be building, won't it?
Yeah.
Apart from in your household.
Yeah, we're 11 points. 11 points, Mike. 11 points we are off the playoffs.
11 points, yeah.
With a game in hand, but then That's only with a game in hand on the team that's 6th. Is that Barnsley?
I don't know. Derby. I think we've got 2 on Derby, haven't we? But yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. It's a bit too late for this season. If it wasn't for that massive run of 20 games when we were completely shit, it might have been all right. But 20 games matters in a 46-game season, don't they?
Well, carry on playing like we've done last 2 games, then who knows? But yeah,
who knows?
Let's get Lowry back. Rafferty makes a difference. Yeah, and we've got some. We've got some options on the bench now as well, which is good. Which we didn't have a few weeks ago, did we? So.
Yeah, and to be fair, I think they do seem to be playing better as a team. They do. I don't know whether that is down to the fact they've changed the manager, or whether it's just they're all suddenly coming back into form, or there's a change in confidence, or whatever. Maybe it's down to old John Harley. Who knows?
Maybe, yeah.
Saw him getting a little bit feisty last night as well, didn't he? But I think it must have been difficult not to get feisty when you had that Ian Evatt chirping all the way through the game. All right. Well, that is it for the Pompey Pod this week. We will be back live. We're doing Tuesday next week, I think, aren't we? Tuesday next week, 8:30. Join us in your 10s. Tell your friends. Like, subscribe. As it says at the bottom, drop us a tweet, drop us an email, or follow us on Facebook. We will be back in a few moments with the Premier League pod.
Are you going to ask about the? Are you going to say about the favourite Pompey game ever?
The favourite Pompey game. Well, you go for it. Go on. You explain.
Well, it depends. Is anyone listening to this or?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, okay.
It's going out. It's not just live. It's going out as a recording as
well. We would like to know your best Pompey game that you ever went to. So it could be a recent game or 1 year ago. So any game that you've actually been to, not one you watched on TV, and the game that you most remember for whatever reason or enjoyed. And we'd like to know. And we'll reveal ours next week.
Drop it in the comments or email us, tweet us what your favourite Pompey game is through the years.
Are you going to say Are you going to say 6-2 Derby, or have we got to think of a new one?
No, not anymore. I'm not. Not anymore.
Yeah, no, I've ruined that.
The Yakubu special, the Yakubu and Todorov special. Right. Anyway, that is us done for this week. So we will see you next week, 8:30 on Tuesday. Bye for now.